Hi guys, welcome to an unboxing for the Thrustmaster TGT-II. So the thing here is I'm building a second rig. It's going to be all Thrustmaster and I'm using all the parts that I've got left over. I realised the other day that I've got just enough bits to build a second one. So friends can come over and use it. And yeah, I bought this, what was it? Back in March I think, and I used it for a couple of months. Was very happy with it, but I just had to try a direct drive, so that's when I went over to Fanatec. Put this back in its box as a backup, and it's coming back out, so I can use my favourite Ferrari wheel again. So I thought I'd do an unboxing of this, and I have a feeling that this will, its price range, it's overpriced really. I think I paid $7.99 for this, which you can get a direct drive bundle, an entry level one for that. But now that the T818 is just around the corner and is essentially a bit cheaper, I think if they continue to make this, I imagine they'll reduce it. So this could become an entry-level bargain sometime in the near future. That's just speculation, but that's what I'd do if I was Thrustmaster. I'd make this their, their entry-level, their belt-driven base. It's got 6.4 newton meters of torque. I think it's 6.4, which isn't bad for a belt-driven base. It's pretty good. I really liked it. It was just that I was desperate to try direct drive, otherwise I would have used it for longer. So yeah, there we go. I never bothered taking the pedals out of this. It does come with T3PAs, but I went pretty much straight away into the TLCMs, which are pretty good for the price. Okay, so let's get everything out of here. Being the Gran Turismo bundle, it's the PlayStation compatible setup, and it's quite a nice looking rim. I've always quite liked this. Just micro switches for the paddles. They're okay, they do the trick. The only thing I didn't like about this was it was just too small, 28 centimeters for a round wheel. Makes it feel a little bit toy-like, but it's good quality leather, good stitching, plenty of buttons. It's okay, it's not a bad wheel. Then we have some cabling. Comes with a desk clamp, for those of you that plan on bolting this to a desk. There's the lever for the desk clamp. Power cable for the power supply. What have we got here? Oh yeah, some accessories for the pedals that come with it. Let's lift that out. And then we have power supply, which looks like a turbo. It's quite cool looking. I never noticed it running hot or anything. It's pretty quiet wheelbase, to be fair. 96 watts max, 4 amps. So yeah, that's your power supply. Then we have a second power cable. And when it wants to come out, and here we are. So that's the wheelbase. What I remember, to bolt it to the GT track, it comes with 2 bolts with huge washers. It's got a transducer on the back, which in Gran Turismo 7 sends vibrations through the... You feel it through the rig, through the pedals. It's alright, it works quite well. And that's it. Heavier than you would think, considering it's all plastic. But it's not a bad base at all. It's got their slow release with the screw. I really don't like that, but that's now gone in the T818 whenever that shows up. I might try one in the future because it looks quite favourable now. So that's that. So bolt this to here. Only goes on one way. Wide bit goes to the top. And you tighten up the nut. It's quite hard to get your fingers in here if you've got big hands like me. There was no major flex or anything in it. It actually, you know, it's not a bad slow release. You know, it's quite sturdy. You do feel the belt as you run through it. That's the thing different between belt and direct drive. When you're racing, you don't really notice it because, you know, you're in the heat at the moment. So there's not that much else to say about it that I can think of. I'm just going to bolt it to the rig in a bit, and then I bolted the pedals to the rig. It's going to be a single monitor build, just an ultra wide, and that's it. So I would recommend it if you can get one cheaper than a direct drive, then I would pick this over, you know, all the others, except for maybe the Club Sport V2 or 2.5. I've never tried one, but I imagine they're good as well. Yeah, if you get one of these cheap, then buy with confidence, because I never had issues with it. I didn't use it for that long, just a couple of months, but I was more than happy with it. Okay, so I'll put it on the rig, and then once I'm all done, I'll do a video of the I keep going to call it a new rig, but it's not. It's just old parts that I'm throwing together. But it'll still be a fun, solid build. Okie dokie. Right. Cheers for watching. Take care. Bye. So I thought I'd bolt this down, show you how it bolts, because it's just 2 bolts. These are the bolts that come with the wheelbase. So you've got this lip here that pushes up against this, and then the bolt holes that you use is this one on each side. So somewhere, try and feel for it so I don't have to get underneath. There we go. That's that one in. Very deep holes that don't worry about bolting it down, because they might make these really long, but they're made to go deep into this. So there you go, that's one in. That's the other end. With the size of these washers, 2 bolts is enough. There aren't any other options for adding any more bolts, but 2 bolts is fine. Go. I'm not going to go crazy tightening these because I don't want to risk shearing the heads off these bolts. That'll be unfortunate. Okay, I think that's enough. Right, need to adjust the angle, but so there's a bit of flex in there because of the rubber that goes between it, and there's a little bit of flex in this deck as well, which it's always had. It's not a crazy amount, but then again, you're not using a crazy amount of torque. Get this up a tiny bit more. Yeah, that'll do. So yeah, there is a bit of flex, partly the wheel deck, and partly because it's just two bolts with rubber, because of the rubber sandwiching itself. I mean, it's better for the transducer to have rubber between them so you don't get, you know, any crazy rattling from the base. If it was solid metal on metal, then the transducer might cause some vibrations, but no, it's pretty solid enough. Certainly solid for the torque that it gives. And can't wait to put the old F1 wheel back on, see that working again. So that's the screen for this build. It's just Asus what's it called? Q349 or 349Q. It's their ultra wide 1440 100Hz display. Hopefully my old PC will be enough to push everything at max settings. Hopefully. So that's about it for this. This is now bolted down. The TLCMs are bolted down there nice and solid. That's about it. Mount the gear stick, do some cable management, and then start setting everything up. So excellent. See you later.